Hi, everyone. It's Miss Akbari in the library. I want to tell you about a book that I really love. This book came out a few years ago, but it is a wonderful nonfiction book. It's sort of a dual memoir. So there are two different people telling their sides of the same story. This book is called I Will Always Write Back: How One Letter Changed Two Lives. And in this book, the two people that are experiencing the events are pen pals. So I'm going to read from the inside cover of the book. It started as an assignment. Everyone in Caitlin's class wrote to an unknown student somewhere in a distant place. Martin was lucky to even receive a pen pal letter. There were only 10 letters and 40 kids in his class, but he was the top student, so he got the first one. That letter was the beginning of a correspondence that spanned 6 years and changed two lives. So I Will Always Write Back is the story of Caitlin and Martin. Caitlin is from Pennsylvania. So she lives outside of Philadelphia. She has a pretty comfortable life, all the clothes she needs, all the food she needs, extras. And her class has started this assignment, like you heard in the introduction, to write to a student in a faraway place. And Caitlin had never heard of Zimbabwe. That's where Martin is living. But she was really curious about what his life was like. So she took a chance, chose the country Zimbabwe, and started to write a letter. Martin's experience, his life is very, very different from Caitlin's. Not everyone where Martin is from is able to attend school. You're only able to keep going to school if you are really high achieving. And even then, it generally costs the families quite a bit of money. So the style of education is very different. This book starts in 97 and tracks about 6 years, maybe even a little bit longer, of these two people writing back and forth. And what is really beautiful about this book is as Martin and Caitlin start to get to know each other, things start out kind of superficially, as you would guess. But the more Caitlin starts to write and read what Martin writes to her, the more she starts to realize how many privileges she has and how easy her life is compared to what Martin is going through. And the more Martin hears from Caitlin, the more comfortable he is opening up and kind of sharing what his life is like. And so, in that way, their stories start to kind of change, and they are able to sort of help each other. So Caitlin becomes a lot more involved in education in Africa and trying to find ways to help Martin and his family. And getting to know Caitlin opens up some opportunities for Martin that he wouldn't have had otherwise. So it's a true story. Both of these people really exist. This is a real event that happened for them. It's wonderful to read because you really understand kind of both sides, both of the ideas that they have and the thoughts that they have and the feelings that they have. And it also really highlights how comfortable maybe life is for a lot of us here in the United States and some of the opportunities we take for granted compared to what it might be like in other parts of the world. So if you like true stories, if you like books that sort of read like letters, because that's a lot of what this is, if you're interested, if you've ever had a pen pal, or if you're interested in other parts of the world, the book I Will Always Write Back might be a great book for you to read.